I didn't know that that was a song by Elton John. That's a good one. What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to Just JP. I hope that you're having a lovely day today. We are listening to David Bowie. We are continuing our album listen of Hunky Dory. I almost said Hanky Dory. We're going to continue our listen with Life on Mars and Kooks. This was all released in 1971. So I also have no lights on right now. I'm actually just using the natural light from the window. I never have the window open. One, because I don't want people watching me from the street. As a matter of fact, I see a duck crossing the yard. Okay. And then the other half of the time, one, I like it dark in here so the lights kind of pop a little bit more. But it seemed like it was a really bright day today. Like, weirdly brighter than normal. So I just figured, let's just go with the natural lighting for now. And I hope that it looks okay. As far as I can tell, it looks actually pretty good. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Hope that you're enjoying the videos. Hope that you're enjoying the channel, the music, everything. I hope that you're enjoying everything. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. By the way, really quick, just before we get into it, every once in a while I'll see a comment that says something along the lines of, you seem kind of quiet today, or you seem kind of off a little bit, or anything like that. If I ever seem quiet during the recordings, it's because about 80% of the time when I record, my wife is also here, and there's really not a lot of space in here. So I try to like tone down my voice, and I kind of tone down so that way, like if she's sleeping while I'm recording, I don't wake her up or bother her, things like that. But for example, right now, no one's here. So guess what? I'm a bit loud. So thank you guys so much for understanding. I just don't want to wake her up if she's, out there or doing anything, watching TV. That's it. Hey, let's go ahead and see what's going on with Life on Mars and Kooks by David Bowie. Let's go.
It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mummy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a sad thing for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools if they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the low man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know who's in the best-selling show. Is their life on Mars? It's on America's tortured brow that Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow. Now the workers have struck for fame, 'cause Lennon's on sale again. See the mice in their million hordes, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of bounds, to my mother, my dog and clowns. But the film is a sad thing more, 'cause I wrote it 10 times or more. It's about to be writ again, as I ask you to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the low man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know who's in the best-selling show. Is their life on Mars?
cut out into a little bit of silence there. All right, so I am going to play Kooks in just a little bit, but I do want to talk about Life on Mars. What perfect piano. You got Wakeman on the piano, and man, does he bring it. It is uplifting, it is emotional, it is exuberant, it's exhilarating. Awesome piano. Some of the best vocals I think that I've heard from Bowie, like especially the last held note on the chorus, and then after he ends that note, Ronson comes in with the guitar just sweeping up behind him, even lifting it further. That's awesome, right? And then the strings, you got that big kind of orchestral movements in the music. Like this is just to me, I don't know about you guys, but to me this is kind of the essence of a perfect pop song. And it hits every single mark, from great musicianship to captivating performances to great instrumentation. All around, really. You know? Now, looking at the lyrics, I'm going to be honest, I'm not really sure what it's about. I have like a small idea, but I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to kind of read into that a little bit. But let me just back it up a little bit.
With the clearest view.
I think that, yes, the quaint opening, bass beautifully just backing it a little bit, the heavy chords come in along with the drag of the strings, and you begin to feel that turbulence inside you. This is where Bowie comes in, and he starts to stir the soul. He begins to build a certain kind of tension in which the chorus is going to break that tension. And what a beautiful break it is. Luxurious movements in the music. Gotta love the dramatic turn of events here. Isn't that a Dream Theater album? And the chorus is always kind of like building upon itself. It's almost like you don't know when the pre-chorus begins and the chorus, actually begins. And then, of course, it goes off into the bridge after that. Like, it's just really well played. And like I said, that held note at the end is beautifully followed up by Ronson with a nice searing lead. Hold on. Here you go. Listen to the notes coming down as he holds it. There's Ronson. To me, this is like unspeakably good. And see how Ronson and Wakeman, they kind of dance and tiptoe around each other, especially as they come to a close there, as they fade to black, before we fade into the next scene, the next verse. I just think that that's really cool. It's just what I've noticed kind of throughout this album so far, even though we haven't listened to much, is that the musicians, even outside of Bowie, obviously Bowie is like the heart, but if you just listen to the musicians and how they work with each other, it's like they were brought together by Bowie, perhaps, but they stayed and they grew in their relationships musically with one another just naturally. There was a certain musical bond between everybody. Let's talk about the lyrics, though, really quick before we listen to Kooks. It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair. But her mummy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go. But her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. Okay, so at least looking at it literally, it looks like she's being kicked out for whatever reasons, we don't know. Someone was supposed to meet her, perhaps to take her somewhere, and that person is not there. But the film is a saddening bore, for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools, and they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know. He's in the best-selling show, Is There Life on Mars? So, I feel like perhaps either her parents or on a greater scheme of things, society is telling her, hey, look at this. On the silver screen, she's shown events, let's just say media, for example. However, she's seeing through it. She's seeing past what's given her and beyond, and perhaps seeing the wrong side of things. That's why she says, take a look at the lawman. That's what they're telling her, because it says previously they ask her to focus on and then list different things. And one of those things is take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy. I wonder if he'll ever know he's in the best-selling show. Like, if we're taking the viewpoint of this young girl, she's seen these things happening, and she's like, is anyone going to do anything about it? Is there going to be any change on here or on our planet? And I'm thinking that basically she's saying to herself, if there's not going to be a change here when things are obviously going wrong, well, do you think we could perhaps, colonize Mars? Is there life on Mars? Is there another place for us to perhaps start over? Because looking at things right now, it's not going quite right. At least without like looking into it or anything like that, that's kind of the idea that I have. It's on America's tortured brow that Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow. Like a cash cow, I would imagine, right? Like taking something innocent, like think of like Disney and the innocence and the cartoons and the whimsy, and milking it for all it's worth, like a cash cow, right? Now the workers have struck for fame because Lennon's on sale again. I would imagine that's referencing John Lennon, Beatles. See the mice in their million hordes, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of bounds to my mother, my dog, and clowns. And then we'll repeat the chorus from here again. That's kind of at least the idea that I'm getting. And I like how, there's a few mentions of the mouse, Mickey Mouse, representing Disney, of course, and then see the mice in their million hordes. Mice are a pest. So that's not something you want. So I like the kind of relation, the comparison between the two. Let's see if there's any, actual meaning behind the lyrics that was intended by Bowie. Let me pull up the Wikipedia article here, if you don't mind. Giving me just a moment. And lyrics. Okay, I don't want to see what other people thought of the lyrics. I want to see Bowie. At the time of Hunky Dory's release in 1971, Bowie summed up the song as a sensitive young girl's reaction to the media. In 1997, he added, I think she finds herself disappointed with reality. That although she's living in the doldrums of reality, she's being told that there's a far greater life somewhere. And she's bitterly disappointed that she doesn't have access to it. Okay, so I'm in the right sphere. Like, if it was a Venn diagram, I think I'm, in the right sphere. But there's a whole nother impactful meaning, on the other side. I'm close. I'm kind of close. And then I guess the identity of the mousy-haired girl has been debated, with some people suggesting this person or that person. But as far as I can see here, there's no actual intended person behind it. So yeah, that feels awesome, right? Let's go ahead and just move into the next song. Let's play the last few seconds of Life on Mars, and let's lead it on into Kooks.
Will you stay in our lover's story? If you stay, you won't be sorry, 'cause we believe in you. Soon you'll grow, so take a chance with a couple of kooks hung up on romancing. Will you stay in our lover's story? If you stay, you won't be sorry, 'cause we believe in you. Soon you'll grow, so take a chance with a couple of kooks hung up on romancing. We bought a lot of things to keep you warm and dry, and a funny old crib on which the paint won't dry. I bought you a pair of shoes, a trumpet you can blow, and a book of rules of what to say to people when they pick on you. 'Cause if you stay with us, you're gonna be pretty cookie too. Will you stay in our lover's story? If you stay, you won't be sorry, 'cause we believe in you. Soon you'll grow, so take a chance with a couple of kooks hung up on romancing. And if you ever have to go to school, remember how they messed up this old fool. Don't pick fights with the bullies or the cats, 'cause I'm not much cop at punching other people's dads. And if the homework brings you down, then we'll throw it on the fire and take the car downtown. Will you stay in my lover's story? If you stay, you won't be sorry, 'cause we believe in you. Soon you'll grow, so take a chance with a couple of kooks hung up on road. stay, you won't be sorry, 'cause we believe in you. Soon you'll grow, so take a chance with a couple of Kooks hung up on romancing.
Sounds like a frolicking father kind of movement, the kind of song. I mean, this one has a perfect kind of balance and a little bit of a kookiness to it, if you will, if you don't mind me indulging. And I actually really like the lyrics on this one. I'm taking another stab in the dark, if you don't mind, but I think that it's a father or parents talking to their child, and they're just like, they're going to be the cool parents. They're going to be the cool parents. If you have homework and you don't like it, we'll just toss it in the fire. Don't pick fights with bullies or the cads, because I'm not much cop at punching other people's dads. Don't make me get into a fight with other people's dads. I think the lyrics are kind of funny, and that's like, I don't know, they just seem like really cool. I just really like the lyrics in this one, and the music has such an innocence to it that it kind of like contrasts with some of the lyrics in there. That's just really cool. It reminds me kind of what at least I get from the message of a song like Rebel 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 off of Diamond Dogs. You know, acceptance, be who you are. It's okay to be different. It's encouraged to be different. You know, we are all individuals with so much uniqueness, and that is strongly encouraged to have uniqueness. So at least from what I can tell, it seems like it's talking about, like I said, from the point of view of parents talking to their kid like, hey, be unique. Don't get everybody in trouble, but be yourself. You know? You get a little bit of trumpet, of course, when he mentions the trumpet. I just tongue twisted myself. One of the fun parts of this is in between these bouncy rhythms is I like the bass playing and Bowie's delivery. They both have a nice cadence as Bowie kind of bounces on the rubber movements of the bass. It's just like very fun, and that's where I get the frolicking kind of idea from. The chorus on this one, will you stay in our lover's story? If you stay, you won't be sorry. 'Cause we believe in you. Soon you'll grow, so take a chance with a couple of Kooks hung up on romancing. So I'm really thinking that this is perhaps even talking to like their unborn child, right? You got a couple, and perhaps mama's pregnant, and they're just talking to their unborn child. And they're like, you know, you're coming into our story, you know, mom and dad, or whoever, we're lovers, and you're coming into the story. You're welcome to stay. You know? And we're going to believe in you. You won't be sorry, etc., etc. We bought a lot of things to keep you warm and dry in a funny old crib on which the paint won't dry. I bought you a pair of shoes, a trumpet you can blow, and a book of rules on what to say. On what to say to people when they pick on you. Because if you stay with us, you're gonna be pretty kooky too. I love that, right? Listen, we're a little bit different, okay? But we're gonna treat you right. We got everything you need. We're gonna welcome you into our world of love. And we're going to give you every single thing that you need, every single opportunity you will need in life. But it's going to be fun. You know, these are the cool parents. And if you ever have to go to school, remember how they messed up this fool. That's funny. Don't pick fights with bully or cads. We read that already. Will you stay in our lover story? If you stay, you won't be sorry. Because we believe in you, soon you'll grow. So take a chance with a couple of Kooks hung up on romancing. That's at least what I think the song is about. But once again, let's see if there's anything behind the meaning that Bowie intended with this song. I don't see anything on Wikipedia. Just looking. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Bowie wrote this song to his newborn son, Duncan Jones. There you go. So let me know what you guys thought of those two tracks. Of course, you can let me know in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed the video. You can, of course, support the channel on Patreon if you want to do that. You can follow me in a bunch of places. Thank you so much for being here. Hope the lighting was okay. I mean, like I said, it looks okay from here, but for all I know, when I actually put this video out, it's going to look horrible. I hope it doesn't. But thank you guys so much. Hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.